Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast, West Denver. Here's a quick message from our sponsor, Local Works Wheat Ridge, provided by its Executive Director, Paige Piper.
Local Works is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to make Wheat Ridge a more vibrant and sustainable place to live and work. Our mission and action is programming that provides neighborhood revitalization and small business support, keeping and growing the businesses we know and love in Wheat Ridge. In simpler form, we provide connection. Connection to business, connection to community.
This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Meg Smith.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Good Neighbor Podcast, West Denver. Today, I'm here with Claire Henke of Evolution Salon. Thanks for joining me, Claire.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Excellent. So tell us a little bit about Evolution.
Yeah, so we are a salon. We're a full-service hair salon, but not a full-service salon. We really just focus on hair, and we are located on the old Elitch's grounds, which is kind of a fun little, it's kind of like a fun little fact that, you know, not a lot of people that are from here that are like, I guess, Denver transplants didn't know that that was an amusement park at one day. So that's fun. Evolution Salon has been open for 23 years, but my mom and I actually purchased it just a little bit over a year ago. So, yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And so are you and your mom both stylists as well?
We are. My mom is a full Cosmo, and she also has her barber add-on. She prefers to focus on more short hair. I don't do short hair at all. I just leave that to her, and then I can do longer hair. And I really don't do hair anymore now that I've purchased Evolution. I really just focus on building the business into something that I had always dreamed of.
Excellent. Well, that's exciting. You're definitely growing into, business ownership at this point, having purchased it a year ago. So how do you feel?
You know, I feel good. It was definitely a rocky start, something that no one could prepare me for. I'm a third generation hairstylist, so I had grown up in the industry, and even though I'm still super young, I just turned 24 not too long ago. So I'm still super young, but being like going to work with my mom and going to my grandma's salon in her basement, I had felt like I've seen all of the industry that I could, and I really truly felt like I knew a lot about it. And then I bought a salon, and I now have learned so much more that I didn't even know that I knew, or that I could even know honestly about it. And we're all relearning things since COVID happened. There's an adjustment in our industry. So it's completely different than what I'm used to. So the changes from COVID happening and the changes of me being a business owner, this is like a whole new territory for me, even though my mom started doing hair 30 years ago and I was born into a salon pretty much.
Yeah, but it's fun that you're growing in an industry that you know and love and grew up in, because you feel right at home, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. It's like doing hair was always my calling. I tried to do other things, and I just kept finding my way back into a salon, no matter if I was the assistant or I was working the front or I was doing hair there. I just have always found myself back to this industry, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, well, it sounds like it's your home.
It is.
So how many stylists do you have at Evolution?
I currently have 3 amazing stylists. That's not including me and my mom. But yeah, I have 3 awesome stylists I could not have asked for anyone better to work with.
Well, that's awesome. And do you have any like open space if someone happens to be listening to this and they're looking for an opportunity?
Yeah, I am always looking for hairstylists to work for me. I have a 9-chair salon, so I do have I have space for everyone that wants to come and work with us, but yeah.
Awesome. Well, hopefully you get some inquiries from the podcast. That would be great.
Yeah,
So tell
absolutely.
us a little bit about so tell us a little bit about any myths or misconceptions about the, salon industry right now. You mentioned there were a lot of changes with COVID. How are you, accommodating that?
We're just, as far as COVID goes, we're taking it day by day and figuring it out as we go, because this is kind of uncharted territory that no one was really prepared for. But a big myth, I guess I would say, about the industry is doing hair isn't hard work, and a lot of people view it as a side gig. But I will say, being a hairstylist, doing hair is so hard. There is so much that goes into the chemistry of, coloring your hair and the angles of getting you that perfect haircut that you're looking for and that awesome style that you leave the salon with, and us giving you like that education. It's no easy task, and it is a very lucrative career, and it's hard work. A lot of people are just, think we just do this on the evenings and the weekends because we like to have a little bit of extra cash, but for some people, it's their true passion, and it's something that they've wanted to do their whole lives. Just like, for you might have had a dream of, doing a podcast one day, and you've built your whole life around it. And that's kind of how it is for us.
Yeah, my goal in life is to connect people. I've always been like a compulsive connector.
I love that.
So the podcast, it fits right into that whole thing. So I totally understand what you mean, because you kind of, you grow up just feeling pulled to do something, called to do something. And I totally agree with you because, I've had tons of different hairstyles and, long hair, short hair, lots of, color variations. And I for sure would not try to do any of that by myself, because the professional stylists out there, you know what you're doing, and it is work. I fully support. Yeah. That's awesome. So tell us what you do for fun. Yeah. Tell us what you do for fun when you're not running the salon, which I'm sure takes a lot of your time.
It does. It takes a lot of my time, especially in like the first few years. I kind of just expected it to take all of my free time. I've kind of gotten to a spot where I'm in like a good rhythm, and I can go on vacation and, take this Saturday off and have my own time. But I honestly don't do much. I don't get out much. I'm kind of boring. I'm newly engaged, and my favorite thing to do is hang out with my fiance. Anything I get to do with him, I will do. So that's my fun.
I love that. Yeah. Well, congratulations. That's a very exciting time in life for sure.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about, I know COVID was a big hardship in the salon space. And, we're entering into the fall, winter, which is always when we worry about it again. So tell us a little bit about how you make our experience comfortable if we're concerned about that.
Yeah. We always ask if anyone wants us to wear a mask. We are more than happy to do that. We are in, your personal bubble. We're closer than a lot of people get to you while we're cutting your hair and coloring and even shampooing. We're pretty close. So I always, if I know that somebody's worried about it, I will absolutely offer to wear a mask. And we have a mask for us and the client if they want. And we do extra cleaning always, not just if I know someone is extra cautious about it, but we do clean up after everyone and disinfect with barbicide so that, if the person before them had it, we're cleaning so we're not transferring it to the person next.
Good. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of care you have to take in that transition process.
We have to take a lot of care all the time. Luckily, salons need to be super clean because we do, there's times that I've cut my finger and my blood isn't necessarily on the client, but, we have to take extra precautions because we do have bodily fluids occasionally when doing hair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and you're just touching your clients and, it's like you said,
Mm-hmm.
You're in that personal space. So yeah, your industry was ahead of a lot of industries.
Yes. Yeah.
When it comes to that. So tell us, what's the one thing you want your listeners to know about Evolution, or our listeners to know about Evolution?
Well, we are a family-owned salon. My goal for Evolution as it, changes or evolves, if you will, into something as the years go by, I know everything will, things change and we'll pick things up and we'll drop things off and that kind of stuff. I just want everyone to be comfortable. I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable. I just come in and get your hair done and we'll take care of you. We're always going to be a listening ear. I'm never going to judge. Neither me or my stylist will ever judge you when you walk in that door or when you leave that door. We're a safe place.
I love it. Well, that sounds wonderful. And tell me, or the listeners, really, how should they get in touch with you if they want to inquire as to, coming to get a service or any other inquiries?
Yeah. So you can always just walk in. We love our walk-in clients. It's a good way if you don't necessarily know what your plans are and you want to just keep your plans open and walk in and get an appointment. I always try to make sure that there's walk-in availability, whether it's with me or a different stylist, and our website at evolutionsalondenver.com.
That's awesome. And I love that you have walk-in availability. I'm one of those people that just consistently doesn't make my appointments on time.
Yeah.
And then I'm struggling to find someone somewhere, because my stylist during COVID went, to doing hair at home and then quit altogether. And so anyway, you may find me in there soon.
Come on in. We'd love to have you. And we really do. I try to make sure we always have walk-in availability. Sometimes it doesn't work, but for the most part, we can get you in either day of or next day.
That's awesome. Well, and that's, close enough. Typically it's the folks like me who didn't book 8 weeks in advance.
Yes, exactly. That's kind of what I do at the salon. I work the front mostly, but if all my stylists are full and we don't have any more availability, I'll open my books so that way I can take those walk-ins and same-day appointments.
Well, that's good. I thank you for that. So thank you so much for joining us on the podcast today. I appreciate your time, and I'm excited to share your info.
I'm so excited. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpwestdenver.com. That's gnpwestdenver.com.